Peace and love, beautiful souls. Welcome back. Today's June 13th, 2025. And let's get into it. We're going to open up with some Palo Santo sound bells and prayer. Just to open up the space as I'm going to do each and every time. So go ahead and close your eyes and tap into the sounds of this bell to clear the energy. God, divine, source, the most high, giving thanks for another day on this earth. I ask that my mind and my heart continue to be elevated, to be clear of thought and heart clear with love. Ancestors, known and unknown, giving thanks. Elementals, fire, air, water, earth, spirit, giving thanks. Dear God, I come to continue to pray for self and the collective and everyone on this earth. Allow us to be moved forward with love and compassion in our hearts and minds. I'm going to leave it there. Amen, and Ashe. So what's been on my mind lately is surrender. I know I pulled surrender the other day in our reading, but surrender has been everything the last 2 days, showing up in release. I have great news I'm not going to share right now. But my time is wrapping up very soon, and it's moving quickly, and I'm so grateful. I know everything is in divine order and divine timing. One thing I noticed is what we choose to do. Is it based on ourselves or is it based on others? Thinking about beliefs and going back to beliefs, one of the things I realized is like, holidays. I am so tapped out of holidays. Not so much a negative sense of saying anything negative about holidays, but I just don't align. And so much of things that at this point in my life is not in alignment is washing away. And I am releasing with love, and it is a beautiful process when you are able to detach. From things, from people, from timelines that do not serve any more purpose. And so a lot of times we receive tests of things and people coming back up into your life. And there's nothing in alignment there. So what are you going to do? For me, I have to release. I release with love. No bad feelings, no hard feelings. It's just a release, and I appreciate the awareness that I have and I've been blessed with to see these things and see people and situations for what it is and who they are. So I'm excited. I'm excited for my journey. This is a new journey that I'm embarking on. I'm so excited, and I'm excited for you if you're willing to take that chance to really own your life and get clear where you at in life and what you want your life to be. But a part of that, with any changes, surrender and release has to be a part of that process, and understanding all is working in divine timing. So we'll go ahead and get into the cards today. We're going to pull 3 shamanic medicine cards, and let's see what information we're going to have today. I normally pull a crystal. I think I'm going to do that at the end today. So we'll go ahead into prayer for guidance for these cards. Most High Divine Source, giving thanks for clear messages that should come through for myself as well as the collective. Whatever is in alignment, go ahead and take it. Whatever is not in alignment, go ahead and release it. Spirit, show us what messages we need to receive today. Whatever card's going to fly out, that's what I'm going to take. We're going to move on. So we're looking for 3 cards. It was 444 on the clock. I've been seeing 444 a lot lately. Oh, wow. Drum has appeared again. Interesting. So I think the awakening is really on, and seeing 444 at the same time. 444 symbolizes protection, symbolizes foundation, as well as groundedness. It also speaks about your spirit guides and spirit team being there with you and guiding you. Oh, wow. I have the 2 cards, and we're going to stop here. Pulling it. The next card I have is Birds, Freedom, and the last one is Shapeshifter. Shapeshifter Perspective. So let's go ahead and get into these cards. So I think the first reading we had that I did was Drum, Awaken. I don't think it's been 5 days since I've been doing these readings of pulling cards, and this is the second time Awaken Drum has come out, and this is speaking. It's speaking to me. I know where I'm at on my journey, so I believe it's speaking to you as well. I'm seeing 555 on the clock. That means change, transformation. The next card I put is Birds, Freedom. Thank you, Source. Thank you, God. Thank you. This is freedom. Freedom to choose what you want. Freedom to choose for yourself. No one else. What is your beliefs? Freedom. I appreciate that. And Shapeshifter, perspective. All in the mind. How do you see things? How do you analyze things? Remember, what we see is what we believe. What we think is what we believe. Not so much what we see, but your perspective is everything. I think the phrase is your perspective is reality. And I remember in my former work, that was always a thing of, okay, if this person believes this, then that's their reality. I'm a little past that, it's bigger than that. But we're going to get into the cards. So let's go ahead and get into Drum, Awaken. Many of you who have been listening, and I appreciate the fathers. So shout out to you, all the fathers who have subscribed. I deeply and humbly am thankful that you are partaking in this journey with me. You are sending love, and I appreciate that and send you love right back. So if you was with me with a few videos ago, you already know what Drum is about, but we can go ahead and read it again. If you're new here, welcome. Drum, Awaken. Every drum awaits its destined keeper. Drum appears to you now because of your struggle to quit the chit-chat of your mind. Drum will connect you to the memories of your mother's heartbeat, the cosmic mother, and ancient rituals and ceremonies of your past lives. The sound, energy, and vibration of this spirit horse is awaiting to awaken the primal sound you have been subconsciously searching for. This is the lost sound of your soul. Drum is offering to you to take you to the other worlds you have been longing to explore. With simple beats, the sounds and vibrations of the drum will enable your logical left brain to defer to the creative right brain, allowing you to relax into the zone where mysteries await. Drum is your companion on this journey of awakening. As your heart synchronizes with the beat of the drum, your consciousness will shift. This may invoke ecstatic trance. That will be a transformation. Awaken wise and ancient traditions. Drum your soul back home. I'm going to say the drum speaks. Pray with me before we start. We'll journey deep into your heart. Invoking trance. Awaken the soul. We drum as one until you're whole. I think Spirit is telling me this is it. My journey has shifted dramatically from where I was a year ago to where I am now. And so much awareness has been brought into my consciousness, shifting from the conscious to subconscious and really deep diving that and having the opportunities to help others with that. I enrolled into an intuitive counseling program, and I'm working with that, and I'll be offering services to support others with where they're at. And this card just continued to speak to me about there's always things to learn. There's always new, I'm not gonna say new information because I don't think there's so much new. Of course, there's new, but getting out of your mindset, getting out of the paradigm in which you have been living in for the longest and sticking to that. And I think a lot of people do that in life because of comfort. But with me, I love to travel. I love to experience new things. And with that comes new knowledge, new understandings, and new awareness. So awaken is for me, it's my soul is continue to awaken on the journey. And it's more so a remembrance for me than it is awakening. And just following that beat of the drum, and it goes so deeply to the soul. It connects to the soul level. So just showing appreciation for that. The next card I'm gonna go ahead and give is birds. Look at all the beautiful birds up there. One of my favorite birds is the cardinals. I see them in my yard every day. And one thing I love about them is that they're always with their partner. They're forever partners. So whoever the bird they mate with, they're with them forever for life. And it holds so much significant meaning, especially spirituality, all birds do, but freedom. This is the time to be free. What do you want to do? And it's not so much what you want to do, is what do you want your life to be? I think a lot of times we make our own self stuck based off of things we subscribe to, things we think we should or must do based off of whatever standard tradition, and we don't allow ourselves to be free. And I think it's time to get freedom. It is time to step into freedom. So let's read what we have for birds. Your soul is longing to soar like a bird high in the sky. It sings as a caged bird, a song of freedom. You are being urged to sharpen your senses and be watchful. Spirit has been sending you messages in the form of falling feathers. This card has flown in now and taps on your window pane. So fling the doors wide open and let fresh air circulate. You have been cooped up for quite too long. It is time to spread your wings and go searching for adventure. Opportunity awaits as a new horizons beckon. See the world from a bird's eye view and break free from the entrapment. Escape from the chains that prevent you from speaking your truth. It is time for you to be heard, to have the freedom to make your own choices and to be responsible for making your own decisions, never minding whether they are right or wrong. Right now, it is having the freedom to make a choice that will set you well and truly free. Bird speaks. In each direction, watch us fly. We send a message from the sky. Receive our feather, hear our sound. Fly through life. Now freedom's found. Ashe, I received that. It is time. It is time to be free. Free on all levels and on every level. This is a beautiful card because it speaks directly to where I'm at in life. As I shared earlier, I'm moving sooner than later. It speaks to me freedom. This symbolizes a new season for my life. I bought my home back in 2017. And what's crazy about that time is the day I closed on this home, it was the day I received my master's degree. So I went from the graduation ceremony to closing, and that was a new chapter for me, and being in this home for 7 years. 7 is my favorite number. It symbolizes a completion to the life that I've lived prior to this moment. It's symbolizing fullness within myself and stepping into my true power, not hiding anything about myself. There's nothing to hide. Embracing all that I am and moving forward on that path to share that with the world. So I'm embracing it. As you see, I've been posting every day. Spirit has led me to go ahead and continue this as I'm doing, and I enjoy it, But this is a season of change, and I love the freedom. I love when it spoke about the 4 directions. As I go back to the drum here, you see there are 4 corners which symbolize the 4 directions. And as you know, birds, they fly. They go where they want. And I always look at it like, shit, I wish I could be a bird and fly and just go wherever, But it speaks to me as far as reality of really looking at life from a bird's eye view and saying, okay, what am I going to do? And it's not so much questioning it and not so much worry of what I'm going to do. It's more so I have the freedom now. What you going to do? You know, what are you going to do? So I encourage you to tap into your freedom. I also encourage you to look at areas in which you feel like you are not free, and how can you overcome that? How can you make yourself free? And I think it goes back to your beliefs, your belief systems. The next card we have is Shapeshifter Perspective. And wow, look at the alignment. Bird's eye view. That's the way you see, and perspective is what you see and how you see things. My perspective has shifted a lot over the last year, plus years, if you will. But doing the deep work, I see things totally different. And I embrace so much that I don't take on ownership of things that's outside of myself. And what I mean is that so many people rely on external factors, external people, external systems for their sense of worth, for guidance. And nothing's wrong with getting guidance outside yourself, but I think we have to understand and have to get in a place is that everything you need is within yourself. So that's enough of me chatting. Let's figure out what Shapeshifter has to tell us today. To understand a troubling situation in your life, see things from a totally different perspective. Shape-shifting helps you do this. By taking on the qualities of a power animal, you will see or hear what is being conveyed with clarity. Choose an animal that suits your current needs, such as a lion for strength, a dove for peace, a wolf for protection, or a raven to understand the bigger picture. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and focus on the animal's characteristics. Breathe them into your very being. As you continue, you will become one with the animal and be taken on a visual journey. At first, you may find it unsettling to feel the body and characteristics of the animal you have become, but do not fear. The insight and perspective of this animal will be of great benefit. A smooth transformation back into your own mind and body is assured. An understanding of how to resolve your dilemma will stay with you. Shapeshifter speaks. Whichever form you choose to take, bear, butterfly, wolf, or snake, the medicine will speak to you of what it is you now must do. I received that. I received this. I received that it's always good to shift your thinking. Because a lot of times we come from one place, and that place is usually old and outdated way of thinking. I see that every day. One of the things I make sure I do is stay neutral, stay observant, especially when I'm interacting with people. For some reason, people come up to me and just pour out whatever they got going on in their life. I don't ask for it, but for some reason people feel comfortable, and I see that as a gift. I see that as a blessing. But I also realize that people don't understand that when they talk and share, they talking and sharing. They're not even really conscious of them talking and share. They're talking from a place of victimhood usually. They're talking from a place of hurt. They're talking from a place of this affected me, and talking from ego. And don't get me wrong, ego has a place, but there's more to it. There's the subconscious in which, why you're thinking this way, why are you believing this way. And a lot of people don't do the work. There's people doing the work, but the majority of people do not do the work. They stay stuck. And that stuckness is also goes with the systems at hand that we are in. So I'm saying this to say that when I remain an observant, a lot of times in the past I used to respond. I don't respond. I don't respond. I don't buy into the drama, because we all have our own stories, which is the drama. What would the world be without drama? Look at entertainment, right? Look at how people are invested in different movies and different shows and things like that. And that's the drama. And it has its place. But when it comes to the personal level, when it comes to the people and how you interact, I am very mindful of energy. I'm very mindful of how people share, and I'm very mindful of making sure that I'm not buying into the drama, because it's all energy. It's an energy exchange, and I ensure that my energy is in check. And a lot of people are not mindful of their energy. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of the story that you tell yourself. What story are you telling yourself right now about your life? What story are you telling yourself? I will share, like, I could have the belief, oh, woe is me, with all the changes, right? Woe is me, and be in the victimhood. Hell nah. Shit nah. That's not where I'm at. You know, I'm grateful, I'm humble, and I know that this is only a transformation for me. And a lot of time people stay in victimhood, and this happened to me. Well, what you gonna do about it? That's literally where I'm at. That's literally where I'm at in life. What are you going to do about it? And 9 times out of 10, I've experienced people, they don't want that. They want you to hear the drama, listen to the drama, and stay in it. Hell no. That's your energy. Keep that over there. I don't want it. So be mindful of your perspective. Be mindful of what you see and how you see it. Sometimes the way you see it is not really what's going on. It's a story you telling yourself in the mind based off of something you experienced in the past that you haven't dealt with, but now you see things this way. It's time to shift that. It's time to come out of the victim stories that you tell yourself. Because the only place you can remain is where you are. Are you growing? And don't get me wrong, I'm not coming hard. This what I'm saying is for myself as well as for you. So I'm only here to share my truth and my experience, and I hope you receive that. But I hold myself accountable. So if you on this channel, we all gonna be held to that standard of accountability. So get clear on your thoughts, get clear on your vision, get clear on your feelings, and really reanalyze what's going on in your life. So I hope y'all enjoyed those cards. We can go ahead and get into a crystal today. The crystal I'm gonna pick, this is Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye. So let's see what information we can pull on Tiger's Eye. All right, Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye carries a stimulating energy like a coach who gets the team pumped up before a game. Its energy encapsulates the animalistic and determined nature of a tiger, giving you the courage to go after what you desire. This stone brings you home to the strength of your will and your own personal power and inner truth. I ain't gonna lie to you, I feel like a coach just a few minutes ago. And that's okay. Here's another section on Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye teaches you how to find emotional balance. It centers the emotional body into equilibrium so you have the power to connect with your inner truth. It particularly helps compose thoughts and feelings around emotions to carry a strong charge or attachment. So that's the reading for the day. Y'all be blessed. Don't stay the same. Change is all we got. Embrace it. Be your best self. Peace.